Yeah, yeah, so I want to preface this video by saying that I care about my family. I love my family. Um, and this is just kind of some like funny stuff um, for the sake of telling stories, expressing myself, um, and my thoughts. And so, like, basically, my father grew up in a neighborhood where, you know, all the Italians moved in together, all the Jewish people moved in together, all the black people moved in together. It was like so compartmentalized that everybody would live in their respective neighborhood, and at least those are the stories that I've heard. So my father, to this day, if if an African American UPS driver shows up at his work and delivers a package, he'll we sit on the porch and we talk like when he gets home from work every day, and that's a nice thing. It's a really nice thing because I've distanced myself from both my parents for a long time, and I'm getting older now, and it's important to spend time with your family. Um, so he'll be telling a story and he'll say something like, um, oh, so we got this package, and this colored guy comes up and I go, Dad, you're not supposed to like just tell the story as it is. Some guy came up and delivered a package, but he'll say like, this colored guy. And it's hilarious because he's so like old neighborhood. He I don't know. It doesn't register with him. Like our generation is different. I'm gonna be 30 next month, so like our generation is a little bit different. We tend to, I don't know, meet people's needs. I guess like nobody wants to be called a colored person. So going even further back, you have my great aunt, who you know she passed away a long time ago. Um, she was actually the first one to go of that whole generation on either side of the family. She was the first one to go, and um, that was very sad. But I gotta point out it was pretty funny. Like because she was Italian, she had like a little, not like this, but like a little mustache, a little bit of upper lip hair. We all joke about that, me and my cousins and my brother. But there was one time my youngest cousin brought her friend to her birthday party. It was my cousin's birthday party. She brought her friend, and that friend happened to be African American. And when, like, I guess they got a ride together or something. They came in at the same time. The rest of us were already there, and my great aunt is sitting at the table, and she goes, "Oh, add some color to the family," and we were all just like, we're all just face palm, like, what the fuck? Why? Why would you say that? That's a terrible thing to say. And luckily, the girl laughed, and she was fine with it. She was like, "Yeah, you got lucky on that one." Uh, but man, people fucking being worried about like other races and shit. It's so fucked up. I understand it. Like, I try to be like a scholar about it because, like I said, my father and his parents, they all grew up in a neighborhood where just, it was diverse, but it's like Do the Right Thing. Like the movie Do the Right Thing, where like everybody moves in like near their people, but we're all our people. We're all supposed to be like coexisting, and it's fucked up, but it's understandable how things turned out that way. Fortunately, now things are a lot different. Um, I don't have any black neighbors at all. Um, I have some Indian neighbors who are very nice people, and you see the kids out there playing, and uh, I'll drive by. The mother and father will wave. Very nice people. Um, my mechanic uh, is Armenian. Um, the guy at the liquor store is, I think, Indian. I feel I would feel like weird asking him about his heritage. Um, I mean, it is a diverse community, and that's a good thing. That's what we need. That's what we need. We need to not preach like hatred and shit, or like paranoia about what people are. You know, if somebody's Middle Eastern or something, you can't just label them a terrorist. That until like until they commit. Unfortunately, Americans, until they commit a terrorist act, I, they're just practicing a religion. So what the fuck? I mean, we all got to get to know each other and like hang out, and it's tough um, because everybody's so paranoid about everything, especially with COVID going on. Like everybody's just fucking freaking the fuck out, and it's like, guys, let's just hunker down and just hang out instead of this being like some social war where, oh, I'm this and you're that. Well, are we not all human beings? I think we are. I'm pretty sure science would dictate that we're all human beings. It's fucked up. But you can understand why, like, back in the day, things used to be a little different. Um, People of a certain heritage or race would move in with each other, kind of in the same area. Um, And that's kind of funny because it's like Massachusetts isn't really like that, but the um the idea of that like old neighborhood kind of thing that you'd find in like New York or something, New York City. Um, I don't know. It resonates because things were that way for a while around here. It's changed a lot since that era. Um, Different generations they tend to evolve and just kind of hunker down with each other, hang out, get to know each other, and that's what I want for like at least for my generation and future generations is for people to get to know each other and get along and understand each other's cultures. It's very hard, um, but it is possible if people are willing to contribute. So hopefully more of that happens. But just some funny anecdotes of like stories that I've heard. My my grandmother would say like oh yeah, the Jew down the street, and you'd be like like wait, don't don't put it that way, you know. I don't know. I don't know if you don't like Jews or if like it's just like customary. But I don't know. We all gotta like hang out and just kind of chill out. I was talking to a friend the other night, and man, he was lit. He was fucking pissed. And he's like about as white as they come. But even he was pissed. It was personal shit, but he let it off his chest. And I just talked to him. I was like, yeah, like we just gotta chill out. Like we all just gotta chill out. And hopefully, like, I mean, by the end of the conversation, like we were both. I can only speak for myself. I was like pretty close to tears. He's a nice guy, and I don't know. Some shitty stuff happened. We were all like hanging out on video chat and stuff, and I don't know. I just hope he's okay. I learned a lot about him. This is what you got to do. You got to talk to people. This is the only way. Like my parents, they want privacy. They want to keep to themselves, and that's why obviously I got to get out of this house. But I'll go down the street. Like the last time we had a hurricane, I'll go around. I walked around the whole block like 3 times. I was helping people cut up trees. I was helping people move stuff. Yeah, that's the kind of shit that matters. If you worry about like, oh, Israel and Palestine are fucking, get the fuck out of here. Do you live in that part of the world? No, you don't. You got to go out and you got to talk to your community. You got to know who your neighbors are. That's the most important thing. Now, when I move out, I'm going to have to do this all over again. And that's fine. But for now, if I'm here, I want to know who, our neighbors are. I want to know them. It doesn't matter who they are. I want to know who they are, and I want to be able to communicate with them. Some guy came up and he looked at my bumper stickers because I got a wide selection now, and he goes, "Oh yeah, KMFDM. I haven't heard them in a while." And I go, "Well, you should check out the new albums, man." And we were talking for a few minutes, and it was a nice thing. And now we lost this guy Dick, who was he had to be like 90 years old, and he was a fucking warrior. Me and my father were outside, we were hanging out. He was telling me about work and stuff, and I was sitting there because I'm fucking unemployed. I'm a piece of shit. Um, we were hanging out, and I guess Dick's son-in-law was mowing the lawn on his property, and my father goes, "Is that Dick out there? Is he mowing the lawn?" And I knew it wasn't Dick, but I was like, I wouldn't put it past him because even in like his 80s and 90s, he'd be out there just doing all sorts of shit. And he had helped me with my car a few times. Very nice man, but these are the people who matter. You gotta get to know your community because they're the people that are gonna take care of you, and they're the people who you take care of. It's reciprocal. Like you have to get to know the people around you so that everybody can function. And I've mentioned these things before, like with my neighbor Bob. I give him scrap metal if I find some, and he ends up making money off of that because he's retired. These things are very important. You can't spend time worrying about like what the fuck is going on in fucking Russia. You know, look where you live. Just kind of like take care of the people around you any way that you can, and they might take care of you too if you're lucky. Um, like today, I went over to my neighbor's house because I thought that she had a branch fall in her yard. I guess that wasn't the case, but we ended up talking for a while, and then I I talked about something that me and my father had pointed out. There was a turned out to be a massive branch hanging over the next neighbor's house. Um, so she ended up coming out, and we looked at it, and it was way bigger than what we like. This thing could crush the house, and so she already had somebody coming over to take care of some stuff up in the trees leaning over her driveway. So she told the neighbor that she would take care of that, and that was pretty cool. Um, but we were looking around. We're like, where the fuck is it? It was because of the angle in my backyard where me and my father saw it that I wasn't sure if it was the right one, but I ended up going out back and looking, and that was exactly the one that we were talking about. And so she's gonna have that like taken down too, I guess, or they're gonna work something out. And it's cool. You like when you do these kinds of things, you meet new people. I didn't know. I knew the woman who lived there, and I don't know how she's doing, but I guess it must have been her daughter, because they had the same hair color. and she was extremely Irish, like right off the boat Irish. You could tell from her accent, like she never. I don't know how long she's lived there, but she never lost that accent. And so the three of us were talking, and so they might work something out. But you if you walk around your community and you start talking to people, you meet people that you otherwise might never know. There are two people across the street that none of us, we have no idea anything about them. I don't, they just don't communicate with people. So I don't know what that's about, but young couple, they they just keep to themselves. You choose to do that, that's it's understandable. But I think it's better for everybody to know each other so that when duty calls, you can like help each other out. No, some funny anecdotes and just a little bit of like philosophy about community, and that's pretty much it. Not trying to be like loud or anything. I don't want to wake my parents up, but yeah, just, look out for your people. All people are your people. Take care.